Morning everyone, here's a nice sunny day, a little still chilly out there, but warmer than it was. Today we're going to have a nice treat for you. We're going to make some zebra fudge from the microwave, and I normally would have had this be what I call upside down fudge, but I ran out of paper to coat my pan with, so what I've done is I've taken a buttered pan. And what I'm going to do show you now is to make a low carb fudge, because we all need that sweet treat, and who doesn't love chocolate? Alright, here we go. Alright, so the first thing I've done is I've buttered a nice glass dish. I've taken about a half a cup, 3/4 of a cup of pecans, and I've crushed them inside a bag with my glass measuring cup. I have a full stick of butter. I've got some Hershey's cocoa, some Swerve, some white chocolate chips, and some dark chocolate chips. These are sweetened with stevia, no sugar added. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cube up that whole stick of butter. I'm using a paring knife. We're just going to throw it right into the glass measuring dish, just as that. This happens to be a name brand butter. We've gotten him out of the road. We're going to take 1.5 cups of the lilies, and we're going to add that to that. In the cup, and we're going to throw him in the microwave here shortly. And I'm going to take a half a cup of the white chocolate chips, and we're going to save them for after this is microwaved for a bit. I'm going to take 3 tablespoons of the confectioner Swerve, and we're going to add that to our mixture. That's what's going to sweeten us up here. We all need to be a little sweeter. And to top it off, we're going to take 1 tablespoon of the cocoa, and we're going to stick him in there. So we've completely filled up our measuring cup. I'm going to take a paper towel, stick it over the top of our measuring dish cup. We're going to pop it in the microwave. We're going to go about 45 seconds in there to start the process of that melting down. Now, if I had paper to put in here, what I would have done was lay out my pecans on the bottom, so that when my mixture is done, I just pour that in there. After it's set up in the refrigerator, I just pull it out, flip it on a cutting board, and I'd cut it into small 1-inch by 1-inch pieces. But since I don't have the paper, what I'm going to do is use my buttered dish, and I'm going to add my pecans on the top after I'm poured my mixture in there. Alright, that obviously wasn't enough. So we're going to microwave him again for 45 seconds. I'm going to use a wooden spoon to mix that all up with as it melts down. And just keep putting it in the microwave for 30-45 second intervals until it gets nice and mixed up in there. Don't forget that we have our white chocolate to add into that after it's all nicely melted. That'll give it that zebra look. This is zebra dark fudge, dark chocolate fudge. going to take this out. I'm going to mix this up a little bit. Give it a good stir. This is the consistency. And I think I want to do 30 seconds more. You can smell that chocolate already. Smells wonderful. Now I could have had my pecans right in here right now, but I really wanted something on the tops. Although, you know, you could vary this and put the pecans right in here right now, actually. I like a little bit of nuts in my fudge. And it's a rarity that I do anything sweet. I'm a pretty disciplined diabetic as far as sugar goes. And this is a nice smooth, you can see the nice smooth consistency there. In fact, I'm just going to go with that right there. I don't think I even need to microwave that anymore. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, since this is already melted, it's already warm, I'm going to add my white chocolate in there, and we're just going to mix him up before we pour. So we're going to put him in there, let some white, let him start to melt. And we're going to pour him right into our buttered glass casserole dish. Spatula would have been good. I would have preferred if I would have had some parchment paper. Would have made this a lot easier. And we're just going to swirl him inside the pan. This is going to be thin as far as the thickness goes, but not thin as far as the flavor goes. This is going to be a very nice fudge. You can just smell that cocoa in there. Alright, now after that's into the pan, we're going to take our crunched up pecans and we're just going to lay them right on the top. Nice big pieces. They're not, you know, they're not really small crunched on pieces. Sometimes you'll be able to buy them the halves, you know, the halves and pieces. It's just as easy to get the whole ones. Just crunch them up a little bit. And there you go, what he looks like right there. There's our fudge. And I'm going to take a pinch of the swerve and just put him on there. Just one pinch. Add the sweet and salt together with the soft, gooey, chewy fudge flavor. And there you have it. There's our zebra fudge right there. We're going to stick him in the refrigerator. We're going to let him set up a couple of hours. and then we'll be able to slice him down. And again, I'm using the Lily's baking chips. I'm using some Swerve. I'm using the Hershey's Special Dark Cocoa. And we're using the white baking chips. And there you have it. There's another sweet recipe. Original recipe in Vincenzo's Kitchen. Remember to be kind to one another. Help your neighbor if you can. Like, subscribe. Subscriptions are free. Pass the word. All right, we'll see you.